presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
And there's a look at your on-time traffic here this morning on Mornings on Main Street. Welcome in. I'm Chris Yao, your guest host for the day. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I hope you've had a fantastic week up to this point. Just a couple of days to go as we are on the backside. So looking forward to it. We've made it over hump day, and now the downhill roll is on the way. We're going to take a quick look at today's top three stories across Middle Tennessee. Yesterday, Cumberland University Sports Hall of Fame member Tommy Bryan stepped down from his position as play-by-play announcer for the Cumberland football program. After 13 seasons behind the microphone, Christian Capozzi, an up-and-coming radio personality, will take over those duties this fall. I just appreciate everything Tommy has done and will continue to do for Cumberland, Director of Athletics Ron Pavon said. He's always been great to us, both on and off the air. He will still be involved in the Sports Hall of Fame committee, but we will certainly miss him in the booth. Brian has been calling Cumberland football games for the past 13 seasons with Bob Lay. And he's called 67 wins over the years, all heard on WANT-FM, WCOR-AM, and the Cumberland Sports Network. I appreciate the opportunity Ron gave me over 13 years ago to call Cumberland football, Brian said. It's been fun, but it's always been a grind preparing for a Lebanon High School game on Friday and a Cumberland game on Saturday. I knew then it was a time to step aside and make way for someone younger and more energetic to handle the play-by-play duties. Capozzi will take over the duties with Lay still working by his side as color commentator. He's a 2020 graduate of Belmont University and has worked with Titans Radio and calls Green Hill High School football games on Friday nights. So looking forward to hearing Christian on the air. And we will, of course, miss Tommy Bryan, but we will hear him on Lebanon games every Friday night continuing. So you will not get completely rid of Tommy Bryan. Also in the news, victim in a 2018 magnet school lab fire was awarded $133,000. A judge ordered the Sumner County Board of Education to pay former Merrill Hyde magnet school student $133,283 for injuries she sustained in a 2018 flash fire at the school. Emergency crews evacuated the K-12 school just before 9 a.m. on May 9, 2018, after a science experiment involving the mixture of boric acid and ethyl alcohol ignited a brief explosion. The teacher conducted the experiment, and 8 students were treated at 2 local hospitals and released the same day. 9 other students were treated at the scene for their injuries. The parents of 2 students filed separate lawsuits against the school district in Sumner County Circuit Court in March and April of 2019. Both lawsuits claimed that the school district was negligent in allowing the teacher to conduct the experiment and said the fire caused permanent physical and or mental health damage. A settlement agreement was reached with the parents of one student in April of 2020 for $20,000. But the second lawsuit was filed in April of 2019 by a mother on behalf of her daughter, who was 15 years old at the time. She alleged the classroom explosion caused serious permanent injuries to her daughter and sought a total of $850,000 in damages for medical bills, lost wages, and emotional distress. In 2020, in June, the school district admitted the incident was caused by the actions of its employee, a science teacher who no longer works for the school district, and didn't dispute liability. But the school district denied the nature and extent of the victim's injuries and losses claimed by the mother, and the case went to trial in October of 2021. During the bench trial, Circuit Court Judge Joe Thompson heard testimony from several witnesses, including the victim, who is now a college student, as well as 2 physicians who treated her. In a memorandum of opinion and order issued June 14th, Thompson awarded the victim $7,500 for past physical pain and suffering and mental anguish, $10,000 for permanent injury, $2,500 for future physical pain and suffering, and $20,000 for disfigurement or scarring, $77,000 for future medical damages, a little more than $15,000 for past medical damages, of course, bringing us to the total. Sumter County Law Director Lee Denon declined comment for the story. That can be found on Main Street, Nashville. Also on Main Street, Nashville, of course, we are under an excessive heat warning through Friday afternoon. Heat indexes will be over 110 degrees, according to the National Weather Service. They described the heat wave as potentially deadly. Low overnights will be in the mid to upper 70s. There's a chance of thunderstorms throughout the rest of the week, and we're getting some here down in southern Middle Tennessee. The western counties of Middle Tennessee tend to see the highest temperatures in the region, according to the National Weather Service. This is due in part to their lower elevation and proximity to the warmer West Tennessee. National Weather Service encourages people to drink plenty of fluids, stay out of the sun, and stay in air conditioning. People age 65 and older do not adjust well to sudden changes in temperatures as younger people. Older adults should stay in air-conditioned buildings and drink more water than usual. If you get heat cramps, that's the first sign of a heat-related illness, and those can lead to heat exhaustion. So there you go. It's going to be incredibly hot outside, and now I'm going to bring in the intern, Justin Kulik, because he is also in the air conditioning.
Yes, I am. It feels great. You know what drives me crazy, though? When a weather person says it's 90, but it feels like 110. Isn't it 110 then?
Then it's just 110.
Right. Like, isn't it just
I don't
temperature?
care what the actual temperature is.
Yeah.
I want to know what it's going to feel like when I walk outside the door.
Exactly. To me, that's the temperature.
That is, in fact, the temperature. I don't care what your little mercury says.
You know?
No, I care. Exactly. I'm with you, man. Absolutely. Well, you've had a big week, Justin.
I have, man. Yeah, it's been you too, though. Yeah, you too. It's been a whirlwind, I'll say, in a good way.
It has. It's been fantastic as we continue to get ready for the launch of the live stream channel coming next week. We've been hard at work in the Nashville location, getting the studios ready for everybody. So how do you feel? Do you feel like this is going to be an exciting time for Main Street?
I do, man. I really do. We got some good quality people working. I think everybody has a common goal of, just trying to bring Nashville to the forefront of people in Nashville. The local talent that we have that we're bringing on, I think is fantastic. Yesterday I met Leland Statham, who was to me, growing up in Lebanon, was my go-to for, do we have school today? Do we not have school today?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that was cool. Mike Keith was there yesterday. So it's just like a cool local, like everybody that comes in that's local understands what we're doing. And it's just all around, I think, going to be really great. Right now, you're right. It is a lot of work, but that isn't cool,
Yeah, I mean, you got to put in the work to reap the benefits, and that's exactly what we're doing here at Main Street, and we're going to continue to do that. Zach Womble, who was with you yesterday, will be back tomorrow for Mornings on Main Street, and then Joe Dubin will be back on Monday as we launch that channel, and that also includes the launch of the George Plaster Show at 4 o'clock after Mo and I go off at 3:30. So from 2 to 3:30, you can catch Maurice Patton and I on Main Street Sports Today. You can catch George Plaster from 4 to 6. Joe comes on in the mornings. We'll have, of course, Devin O'Day at 11 o'clock. And who knows what else you might see on that channel. Make sure to tune in. Go to your Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, download the Main Street Media TV app. It's going to be a blast.
It is, man. Yes. I'm excited.
All right. Justin, let's take a quick break because we have a special guest with us on the other side of it. It's going to be Rachel Helvering, who is the director of the James K. Polk Home down here in Columbia. So looking forward to talking to her. She'll be with us on the other side of the break. So stick around here on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It's your last chance to get a spring tune-up for summer. Complete Service Heat and Air can clean your coils, check out your motor, and make sure you have cold air on that first hot day of summer. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way. 24/7 service. Call us at 615-797-3997. That's 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
Another look there at your on-time traffic in and around Nashville. Looking pretty good all the way around. There's a little delay around the Broadway and Demonbreun exits off of the South Loop. And then, of course, there's always a few delays on that South Loop at every intersection, so it is what it is. But pretty good look there. So looking forward to a smooth day on the traffic side. We'll knock on all the wood. Never want to jinx that. But if you are getting on the interstate heading south down to southern Middle Tennessee and Columbia, there's no better place to stop by than the James K. Polk home. And this morning we have with us the director, Rachel Helvering. Rachel, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. It has been a wonderful day. We're getting a little rain down here, which is always good. We missed almost all of it yesterday,
Yeah,
and
I did.
it
I
was
woke up
everywhere
like,
around
"Good
us.
morning." Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere around us, not in Columbia. So we got a little bit today, so that's fantastic. And of course, it's not always great for walk-in traffic at a at a tourist location, but you guys have just a phenomenal site down here, and a lot of people just don't realize that the Hermitage is not the only presidential home in the state of Tennessee. We have one right here in Columbia.
That's right. And I think the rain kinda drives people in, so I'm like, "Come on, let's."
That's right. You can't walk around the
Yeah,
square. You got to walk around the
yeah,
house.
come on in the Polk home. It is a great site, and it's not as big as the Hermitage, but the history is so good, the collection of artifacts is so good. Um, it's really I'm still blown away when I go through it. I've been there a year, so.
So tell us a little bit about what is involved at the James K. Polk home. I know you guys have a couple of different houses. I know you've got the main house, the sister's house, and that sort of thing. But what all kind of goes into the site at the James K. Polk home?
Yeah, so the main house is James' parents' home.
Gotcha.
So it's been called the ancestral home and a bunch of different names. It's the only residence outside of the White House that's still standing where James K. Polk lived, and that's what gives us significance. And it was bought in 1929 by the James K. Polk Memorial Association, who is trying to like basically preserve the legacy and the artifacts of James K. Polk. So that's kind of the centerpiece. If you come visit, you'll take a guided tour of the house. We also have in 1989, the state of Tennessee helped purchase the house next door, which we call the sister's house. And it was built just a couple years after the main house for one of James's sisters. And then another sister lived there. So we all call it the sister's house. And today that's our visitor center. It's a little museum with like smaller artifacts. We have a gift shop and a welcome video. So if you come visit, you will usually watch a 10-minute video, which is really well done and gives you kind of the backstory of James K. Polk. You can look through the museum, you take the guided tour. We also have a really pretty kind of city block garden. There's a historic kitchen garden. There's an outdoor kitchen building that was rebuilt in the 1930s. And yes, thank you. We have our presidential hall, which is an exhibit hall. It's a church that the Polks built that the association bought back, I believe, in 2010 and have turned it into an exhibit hall where we have traveling or temporary exhibits. So there is a lot to see.
There really is. It is a beautiful home. It's so well preserved, and they did a phenomenal job. It just one of the things about Columbia specifically is that we have preserved a lot of historical homes. I mean, you think about Oak Lawn Plantation, Ripavilla, of course, up in Spring Hill, both of those places. It feels like Murray County specifically really, really tries to connect with its history, and the James K. Polk home is obviously no different. James K. Polk, the 11th president of the United States, and kind of a dark horse in the politics world. So it was fantastic to see him kind of make his way from the backside of that race to earn the presidency. And those are the things that you will learn about how he got to be president of the United States. It's a great story, and so much more obviously there. And you guys do a great job telling that story. But there are so many other things you guys do. You guys have just a ton of events, a ton of opportunities to not only be a part of, donating to keeping that history alive, or supporting you guys through monetary donations or those types of things, but also with support of the community through events. You guys hold a ton of
Yeah.
events at the Polk home.
Yes. We just had, so Mule Day in Columbia is a big deal, and you can see
Mhm.
it. Thank you. You're navigating our website beautifully. But Mule Day is a big event, and we just had, I think it's our biggest Bloodies and Biscuits ever this past spring. We had about 700 people. And it's just, you have a Bloody Mary or a mimosa and a biscuit, and you watch the parade go by. It's so fun and kind of low key. We have summer camps. So we just had our first session of summer camp, and we have another one in about 2 weeks. And I think there's still a couple spots available. Yeah. And then this year we're really excited, and it's not on our website yet, but it will be, to have our Polk Ball. And that's one of our biggest fundraisers, and a longstanding kind of Columbia tradition. And that will be October 15th. And it's literally, our biggest source of funding. So we have a silent auction, and it's just a great way to be out in the community and help support the Polk home. That supports us for 2 years. So we take the earnings from
Yeah.
a Polk Ball and split it through 2 years, and then kind of supplement with other stuff. So next year we'll have a garden tour again, and we'll have our dark horse dinner, and we stay busy. You're exactly right.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the reasons you guys are able to stay so busy are school trips. A lot of homeschool students have been making their way to the Polk home. Obviously, you and I spoke for an article a while back, and we had talked about how the parents who are keeping their kids home from school and starting to homeschool them, they're always looking for some way to get out of the house, and this is a fantastic way to do that. So
Yeah.
you guys can plan your visit right here on the website, the homeschool collectives and that sort of thing. So you guys see a lot of students come in.
We see a lot of students come in, and it really has only just picked back up, pre-COVID. And we do see a lot of homeschool groups and families who can just come. They don't even have to schedule if they're
Sure.
small enough, which is so nice, and really gives them the edge over public school, because it's very hard to organize school tours for public school. But
Oh yeah.
we have quarterly homeschool events that are whole days devoted to homeschool activities. So our next one coming up is in August, and we're partnering with the Tennessee Department of Archaeology, and we're going to do a whole day about archaeology that they do on site, because the state owns a lot of our site. Anytime we dig up around the grounds, they want an archaeologist to approve it, because they've never done a big archaeological study there. So lots of cool stuff to talk about. We'll be talking about the history of Christmas and holidays in November for our last homeschool day of the year. But yeah, we stay busy with kids, and they're my personal favorites. I would rather give a tour to school kids anytime, because they're so excited and enthused, and just happy to be there. And that's always makes your job fun.
Molding young minds, Rachel.
Yeah.
The Polk home is open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5, and on Sunday from 1 to 5. You can find it at 301 West 7th Street here in Columbia, Tennessee. Give them a call, 931-505-8019. You can find directions at jameskpolk.com and plan your entire visit. Rachel, thank you so much for taking some time with me this morning. And
Thank you, Chris.
it's going to be a good day. Even with the rain, you're going to get tons of traffic. So get out there and mold those young minds and all of the visitors coming to Columbia.
Will do. Thank you so much.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Kimberly Kelly will join us, because Kimberly is putting out her debut album tomorrow. So we'll talk about that and much more on Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615-847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links.
It's your last chance to get a spring tune-up for summer. Complete Service Heat and Air can clean your coils, check out your motor, and make sure you have cold air on that first hot day of summer. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way. 24/7 service. Call us at 615-797-3997. That's 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
I'm Bart Durham.
I was sworn in as a lawyer in 1963, and I've been working as a lawyer since then.
We're a firm that does exclusively personal injury, a lot of tractor trailer crashes. Insurance companies will open up their checkbooks when you force them to.
We have systems that work.
We get the most money for our clients in the shortest amount of time. I'm Blair Durham. My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
Another look at your on-time traffic there. I-65 north of Rosa Parks Avenue. Smooth sailing this morning across most of Nashville on the roadway. So that's fantastic news for all of you who are out there on the road, and for folks like Kimberly Kelly who are about to be on the road headed to Texas as her full-length album drops tomorrow. And I'll tell you what's going to happen is the name of the album, and it's exciting because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen is Kimberly Kelly's going to join us right now on Mornings on Main Street. Kimberly, welcome into the show. Thank you so much for rolling with us, and thank you for joining me. I'm so excited.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
This record has been a long time coming, and I am so excited for it. You know how much I love your music, and it's not what I can tell you, the music that you just heard on that Traffic stuff is not what you're going to hear on this record, folks. It's much different. But, Kimberly, you have to be so excited for tomorrow.
I am. I'm a little anxious too. I keep telling everybody, it feels like I'm letting go of the ace in my pocket, and I don't have any aces left. You feel like, here goes. It's all over once I put it out. But then I have to remember that it's new to everyone else. So it really is truly just starting. So it's a mix of emotions.
Yeah, and just over a year ago, you signed your deal with Show Dog Nashville.
Yes.
with obviously Toby Keith, and obviously recent news about Toby. Our thoughts and prayers are out with him, hoping that he is able to get well soon.
Yes.
What has that been like for this last year?
Signing the deal. It's, I was working as a speech therapist throughout this whole thing. A lot of people don't realize that just when you sign a record deal, it doesn't mean you get $1 million. But
what?
So yeah, shocker. So I have been working, and that's kind of kept my mind off of the whole hurry up and wait process. But we started recording right after I got signed, and then it just takes time to do all the mixing, the mastering, the background vocals, the getting all the right pieces of the puzzle in place to put the project out. So luckily I haven't been too worried about it because I was working in the meantime, but I was able to quit my job in May. I finished it. So now I'm just playing shows. That's why I'm about to head to Texas.
Now, where are you headed out to in Texas?
I am playing in Marble Falls. I'm opening for Drake Milligan tomorrow night.
That's going to be exciting.
Yes, I love he's great. Drake Milligan is a great artist. And then next Thursday I'm opening for Aaron Watson at the Rustic in Dallas. So I'm from Texas. It gives me a chance to go home, see my family, but then also play a couple shows.
Aaron Watson is one of my favorite acts as well. So I know you're looking forward to that.
Yes.
From this full length record, 12-song album, you have released 3 singles. So that's kind of helped, I guess, ease into the process a little bit, I'm sure, and also tease folks to what's coming.
Yeah. Summers Like That, just a nostalgic song that references a lot of songs that we all remember from the 90s. And if you weren't around in the 90s, it still just sounds like a story song. So that's great. Blue Jean Country Queen is an up-tempo song that my husband and I wrote with a favorite of mine, Steve Warner, and he plays guitar on that. And then Black Rose, which is a Billy Joe Shaver song, which naming my album, I'll Tell You What's Going to Happen, was a quote of Billy Joe, and it felt fitting to cut one of his songs.
Well, I know that your relationship with Billy Joe Shaver goes back a long way, and
yes.
You got to play with him some, and tipping your hat to an outlaw country legend has to feel good.
It does. At first I was the idea of naming my record, I'll Tell You What's Going to Happen, was a joke. I sent it to the head label of my record deal is Show Dog, but it's distributed through 30 Tigers.
Right.
And I sent the quote, I'll Tell You What's Going to Happen, to David Macias. And I said, this is going to be my mantra, going around like, I'll listen to my record, or else. And he said, I dare you to name your project that. And I said, sure. And then, like I said, we decided to add a Billy Joe Shaver song to it. But then I kind of started overthinking it a little bit, thinking I don't want anybody to think that I'm just, using that. And then the people who are helping me out with press said, if people like you who genuinely knew him stop talking about him, people will forget who he was.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, never mind. 100%. I'm a go.
That's an incredible story. Of course, for whatever reason, a lot of inside jokes become real with you for some reason.
Yeah.
So.
That's so funny. I just, maybe I laugh a lot. I feel like I like to make people laugh just as much as I like to move them seriously, but yeah, I am joking a lot. You're right. And I can turn things real quick too. You better be on your toes. But
oh yes, absolutely. Hey, you mentioned writing obviously Blue Jean Country King with Steve Warner, who is anybody who grew up listening to 90s country music loves Steve Warner. If you don't, then I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I know.
You wrote that song with Brett, your husband, who
yes
has some big time hits in his own right. You've got Karen Rochelle and Bobby Tomberlin on Summers Like That.
Yep.
the songwriters on this, and that's one of the cool things about being in Nashville media is we can talk about these songwriters and people will actually know who we're talking about. But Jesse Alexander, Jesse Joe Dillon, Dean Dillon's daughter, Bob DePiro, Karen Rochelle. I mean, the
Kent
list.
Blasey.
Wynn Varble, who
Yep.
obviously Columbia guy, so that's always good to get a Southern Middle Tennessee connection in here.
Yes.
I mean, the Lori McKenna.
Yes.
The songwriters on this are an all-star list.
Yeah, working as a speech therapist, I didn't have as much time to write as someone might normally would, but I've written a ton. But Brett, producing my project, being a songwriter, said, it starts with the songs. May the best songs win. So we just threw them all in a hat and we let the best ones speak for themselves. So I wasn't out to necessarily prove, hey, I'm an awesome songwriter. If ones that I wrote made the cut, they made the cut. But, a lot of the records that I grew up on, it's just, I'm bringing, there's people who are born to write songs. And I think sometimes at this day and age, unfortunately, some of those get passed for whatever reason. And so I just let the songs speak for themselves. And fortunately, that highlighted a lot of, awesome songwriters. So
I'm so excited. I don't have to tell you how excited I am. I'm telling everyone else how excited I am.
I'm glad. Tell everyone. Tell your mama and them.
Oh, absolutely. Tell everybody that this your EP that came out a couple of years ago was just phenomenal, and I can't wait to hear this full length record. It's going to be dropping tomorrow. Well, tonight at 11 p.m. because we're on Central Time, so we get it a day early.
I know.
But yes, you can pre-order it now, and you should absolutely go pre-order. I'll tell you what's going to happen from Kimberly Kelly right now.
Please.
Go pre-order it, go buy it. She's got vinyl, she's got physical CDs.
I do.
She's a speech therapist by trade, but I'm pretty sure her arm has fallen off from all of the signings she's done on TikTok Live. You just swipe up and eventually Kimberly's going to be signing on your For You page.
I'm going to be doing a TikTok Live because I'll probably be in the car leading up to the 11 p.m. drop tonight. So if anybody wants to come hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell folks where they can find you on social media.
The best place would be to go to KimberlyKellyMusic.com. It's Kelly, Kelly. And then all my socials are linked on my website.
It's funny that you say that you spelled it because our next guest is Kelly Murphy, Kellye.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's very important that you make that distinction, but it's Kimberly Kelly, Kelly music.com, and you can find all of her socials there, all of her music, Spotify links, Apple Music. If you are like me and use Tidal or Napster or anything else, you can also find it there. Just make sure to go pre-order. It's going to be worth your time. And I hope that this morning was worth your time. I know it's super early for musicians, but you guys are headed to Texas, so I got lucky.
No, this is perfect. Actually, I'm finishing up my last few things to do, and I looked down and I was like, "Oh, it's time." So it was a good marker of like, if we're ready right after this to get in the car, we're on schedule.
There you go. Well, thank you again. I'm so excited for you and so excited for this project, and we look forward to maybe talking with you again down the road.
Yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Again, KimberlyKellyMusic.com for all of your Kimberly Kelly needs. And I'm telling you, you need it. She is phenomenal. You can find the video for Summers Like That, her debut single. It debuted on CMT, and it's on YouTube. So check it out. We're going to take a quick break. Like I said, Kelly Murphy is going to join us, and we're going to find out what folks all around Murray County love about being here right after this on Mornings on Main Street.
When you're thinking about golf, consider Riverside Golf Links. Under new ownership, the course has improved dramatically. It's now 27 holes, complemented by a 9-hole executive course. Book a tee time now at 615 847-5074 and get ready to enjoy the beauty of golf in the Old Hickory area at Riverside Golf Links. Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
It's your last chance to get a spring tune-up for summer. Complete Service Heat and Air can clean your coils, check out your motor, and make sure you have cold air on that first hot day of summer. Complete Service Heat and Air is located in White Bluff, Tennessee. We do service and repair on heating and air the right way. 24/7 service. Call us at 615-797-3997. That's 615-797-3997. Serving Cheatham, Davidson, Dixon, Hickman, Humphreys, Montgomery, and Williamson counties.
All right, we're here at First Friday in Columbia in Murray County, downtown on the square. You got a lot about Murray County.
The people are great.
Okay, what do you guys love most about Murray County?
I really love the close-knit community we have here. I lived here my whole life, and it's just really special to live in a really small town. And I also love working at a museum and seeing all the children from Murray County get to interact and make friends.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good, how are you?
You from Murray County?
Yes.
What do you love about Murray County?
Oh gosh, so much.
Small town feel.
Yeah.
It's
The people are friendly.
We got banana pudding. What do you guys love about Murray County?
the fact that we can do this and have the support of the community, that's the best thing about it.
Guys, what do y'all love about Murray County?
What do we like about Murray County?
What do you love about Murray County?
I love the people.
I'm sorry, what's that?
The people. They're friendly.
Can you paint and talk?
Yeah.
What do you love about Murray County?
Oh, I love that everyone is so nice. I love that people love getting out and doing different things.
I'm asking people what they love about Murray County. So what do you love about Murray County?
I love the people. I love the direction that it's going in downtown. Many choices of things to do.
What do y'all love about Murray County?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
It's pretty cool.
It's got the most beautiful courthouse in the state.
It's a good word. Great. What do y'all love about Murray County?
Oh my goodness, the opportunity for small business.
What do you love about Murray County?
I love Chris Yao. That's the main thing I love about Murray County.
Completely unprompted, I promise you there. That was Mackie Kaler, a good friend of mine, but I was not expecting him to give me that answer. We are joined in Murray County. Oh, it doesn't look like Kelly's in Murray County. Kelly, are you in Murray County?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Kelly Murphy, who serves with tourism here in Columbia, Tennessee, in the Dimple of the Universe, Muletown, USA, and all of the nicknames. Kelly, we have so many nicknames, but it's just phenomenal, isn't it?
My gosh, Chris, first off, thanks for having me. I love that video. That is the perfect slice of Americana, which is the perfect slice of downtown Columbia. What a great kickoff to this segment.
Well, I appreciate it. I went down and I don't know if you noticed a theme there, but almost everybody I talked about how the people of Murray County make Murray County fantastic. And there's no better way to experience the people than to visit First Fridays on the square.
And you know what? We promote First Fridays like crazy because it is that chance to come to the heart of Columbia, which literally is a slice of Americana, and it is about the people. It's about the sense of place that we have here. And not everybody can say that, but we've got it. And you can make a connection with the people and the stories and, of course, the physical, beautiful place that Columbia is.
Yeah, Columbia has really changed its vision, maybe not its vision, but its kind of its clothes a little bit over the last few years as it got a little dressed up. The square really started to kind of become a happening place a few years ago, and that has really kind of kickstarted and been the catalyst to this transformation of making Murray County the 14th fastest growing county in the country.
Well, again, the beautiful bones here, and I came to Columbia 5 years ago, and I secret shopped before I got here, and man, the people were the pride was undeniable. The people were excited to tell me all the things that I could do and see while I was here, and that energy really infected me, I guess is the best way to put it. And I signed on, and my job was to come in and build a brand for the city of Columbia. And market it and show it off. And that's what I've done. But, I could not have done any of that if we didn't have the fabulous merchants, attractions, and again, just the good bones of this city in place. And
you can't sell something if you have nothing to sell.
Exactly. And again, the people, the enthusiasm, and people love that small town feel. First Fridays has such an energy to it because we're just all coming together and hanging out. It's a social event anymore.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, you'll find folks talking on every corner, and it is so much fun to be in Columbia on a daily basis, not just First Fridays. I mean, I walked around the square yesterday and visited, the flag store, a balloon shop, and Taps on Main. It's just there's something for everyone. If you want to get some pie and ice cream, you can do that. If you want to visit and go get some music at Variety Record Shop, or if you want to go grab a beer during happy hour, there are so many places you can do that. And there's something really special about what's going on right now in Murray County. Have you been able to kind of put your finger on, what it is?
A great destination is like a great recipe for your favorite banana pudding. It's all the right ingredients. And to me, right now, we've got all the right ingredients, and we're continuing to grow. Think about the Mule House. The Mule House just turned one. They've been here 1 year.
Feels like they've been here forever.
Yeah, their success, their reputation that they're building because of their top quality Clare Brothers sound system in there, and the acts that they're getting in hit a lot of different price points so everyone can attend, and they've got a lounge. Just that whole, we're kicking in that music vibe, and the history is here. The history's always been here, but you just bring all of those elements together, and it suddenly becomes the perfect recipe. And a lot of people that are coming and visiting here are ending up moving here. And to me, that's the ultimate compliment that you have. Um, not only a great sense of place, but you are the place to be as far as family and living and, buying a home.
Right. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because I had Rachel Helvering on this morning first from the James K. Polk home. And then, of course, Kimberly Kelly, who's not from Murray County, but she is a country music singer. And so I kind of led into you on purpose, because it's history, it's music. And that's kind of what Columbia puts together, and along with so many other great things. But that's really what makes Southern Middle Tennessee tick. And, for Columbia and Muletown, USA, there's always something going on. You can never not come down here and find something. And that's one of the things that you guys do a great job of, is keeping people up to date on events on the website. And it's always a place where, look, if you're looking for something to do and you want to do it in a place where it feels like wherever you came from, Columbia is the place to do that.
Well, it's a warm hug, if you can call it that. I like to think of that. But we just opened the brand new Columbia Welcome Center in November, right before Thanksgiving this past year, and it's just been a whirlwind. So it's one more touch point for people that are coming into town for us to interact with, give them great ideas of things to do, get them out in the community. Maybe we can get them to stay a day longer or a couple of days longer with what we've got going on. So between the new Welcome Center, the website, visit columbiatn.com, and all of our social channels, we feel like we're making a good connection with people, and not just people around here. Obviously, we're aiming much broader than that, even attracting international folks that are making it into the Welcome Center. So we continue to share the stories of everybody else. We don't necessarily have our own story to tell. Our job is to help tell everyone else's story and highlight the fabulous. I mean, go to Briarworks and you can watch them make a custom pipe. You can go to the James K. Polk Ancestral Home and see actual artifacts that existed in the White House. I mean, there's so many cool things to do here. We created a cultural trail app that we launched in March, and it basically is a walking tour that connects you from downtown Columbia into the Arts District, just with it'll tell you live music venues, it'll show you murals, it'll show you historical markers, and so forth. So it's a variety of cultural things to get people out and about in the community.
And your welcome center is beautiful. It was featured in the video in one of those quick segments, and but one of the cool things that you have in there is the former Polk Motel sign. It's huge.
It's the star of the show. It is the legit OG Polk sign that was part of the Polk Motel, if anyone remembers, on Nashville Highway and Bear Creek at the corner before it was torn down in 2019, or it was torn down in 2019, and we were recipients of that sign. It was actually donated from the man who bought the property to former Mayor Dean Dickey. And as he left office, he handed it back to us. And the question was, what do we do with this? And I knew right then exactly where it needed to go. And again, it's the star of the show when you walk in. You can't help but see it. You can't help but ask about it. Anyone in there can tell you about it. One of the fun stories about it, Mr. Charles Stoffel, who owns Columbia Neon, was there when that sign went up in, I believe, 64. Wow. The hotel was built in 1947. A new sign went up, I think, in 64. Mr. Stoffel was there as a young fabricator helping to install that sign. Well, when the sign came down in 2019, he was there as the owner of Columbia Neon to help take that same sign down. So we love to tell those great, rich stories of our local folks. And Columbia Neon is a big part of this community. And that sign, the Polk sign, my gosh, you can't miss it when you walk in the door. It's like the hot sign at Krispy Kreme. It's on.
It is, in fact, and it draws folks in from all across the squares. So, Kelly, thank you so much for being flexible and taking some time with us this morning. It's been just a great way to showcase Columbia, and I'm so happy that I was able to do that here on Mornings on Main Street with Rachel this morning, and then now you. It's just been fantastic. So thank you for everything you do. Columbia would not be what it is without your efforts to this point.
Well, thank you, Chris, and love your new program here, and can't wait to hear more.
It's going to be fantastic. Kelly Murphy, visit columbiatn.com. Check them out and make sure to visit Columbia, y'all. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. All you got to do is come down here. I promise you. You might just don't go look at houses because you might just move. So now let's go back to the intern. Intern Justin.
Hello.
There he is. What's going on, man?
Not much, man.
This has been such a fun show today. We've had
Cool.
a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
We've had history and music, and Kelly is just fantastic. And Columbia, I'm telling you, man, don't come down here.
I'll never leave, right?
I
know it. I actually have a buddy that lives pretty close to Spring Hill, which I know is like about 30 minutes, right?
It's about, well, I mean, technically they abut one another if you drive far enough, but downtown Columbia to downtown Spring Hill, if you don't incorporate traffic, it's about 20 minutes. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's funny because when we opened up our publication in Murray County, Dave, our owner, shout out to Dave, sent me to Murray County to drop off newspaper racks.
Yeah.
So
and you were like, you're driving around going, what in the world is this? What are we doing?
Right. Exactly. I was like, got these huge, I've never like touched a newspaper rack. I didn't know it. Yeah. The big outside ones.
Justin, we got to get through some birthdays. We got to do it quickly. So let's get on. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. Rapid fire.
We're starting with Beatles drummer Ringo Starr.
Ringo, I've got blisters on my fingers. Let's go 64.
What? He was a teenager in 64. No,
okay, 80.
He's 81. So no, not even freaking close.
Not only are you wrong, you're stupid.
Kirsten Vangsness, who is the baby girl from Criminal Minds.
Okay. I need to watch that show. I heard it's really good. Let's go Total Stab in the Dark, 51.
You hit it. She's 49.
Did I really? Yes, go.
Get a ding, ding, ding. Comedian Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, yeah, he's hilarious. Let's go.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
59.
He is 55. That was close. Boxer Vidal Riley.
Never heard of him, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's go 40.
Neither.
40.
I had not heard of him.
Oh,
no, he is 24.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. I threw
Hopefully
that.
He's not watching.
There's just not a lot going. Yeah, he might beat you up. Have you seen Netflix's Free Reign?
I have not. Is that a good one?
I haven't seen it either, but there's an actor on there. So if you've not seen it, I'm not going to throw that one at you. Not a lot. Cree Summer.
Summer.
She is a pop singer, and she was a voice actress on Rugrats All Grown Up.
Nice. Which character does it say?
It does not, but her first voice acting role was on Inspector Gadget.
Ooh, I love that. I love that show. Movie. All right, she is 47.
She is 52.
Oh, close.
So close. And we'll try Summer Madison, who plays on Netflix as The Summer I Turned Pretty, and she was on the Wonder Years 2021, so the new one.
Okay. Let's go 31.
She is. Where'd it go? It actually doesn't say.
Oh.
Just kidding.
31 then.
Sure, she's exactly 31. I literally, like everyone else, has their age beside them, and she does not. Okay.
Nice.
Jack Whitehall from Fresh Meat and Bad Education. He was also on Good Omens.
Let's go.
He's British.
51. I think I said
No. He's 33. Yeah. See, today's just not been a good one.
I know. Practice round though.
There you go. It's a practice round. It doesn't matter, but which means we gotta get out anyway.
Let's do it.
It's a good enough time. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here on Mornings on Main Street. Justin, appreciate you. And I appreciate you guys indulging me this week. It's been a lot of fun. And I hope to see you guys again soon on Mornings on Main Street. I am Chris Yao saying have a great day. And if you're in Murray County, stay cool, Columbia.